How to delete or rename files and folders that are in use or locked in Windows. One of the more frustrating experiences when using a computer is when you want to delete or rename a file or folder in Windows, but get an error stating that the file is in use, open, shared, or locked by a program currently using it. You start to shut down every program running on the computer hoping that you will be lucky and be able to delete the file. But it still won't delete. What do you do? This tutorial is designed to answer these questions and provide methods that will allow you to delete or remove practically any file in Windows. When attempting to delete or rename a file or folder, you should follow these steps in the following order. The first, and easiest method, is to shut down any programs that may be currently using that file. When a program is using a file, it tends to exclusively lock that file so it can't be modified or renamed while it's in use. By shutting down the program using it, you unlock that file or folder so that you can work with it. Reboot your computer. When you reboot your computer, this will shut down any open programs and hopefully on reboot allow you to work with the file in question. Reboot into safe mode and try to rename or delete the folder. When you are in safe mode, a limited number of programs start up automatically. This provides a greater chance of being able to rename or delete a stubborn file or folder. Last but not least, download a file unlocking utility. File unlocking programs will find the processes that are using the file and attempt to close them or disconnect the connection to the file or folder so they can be deleted, renamed, or otherwise manipulated. These programs tend to do the work for you so you do not have to deal with the headache of finding the program that is keeping a file open. In the next section we explain how to use one such program, called iObit Unlocker. If you are still reading this, then you must be at step 4 above. To help solve this problem, we introduce a program called iObit Unlocker. Unlocker is a program that kicks in when Windows can't delete or rename a file and provides a series of options for enabling you to do so. The first step is to download the Unlocker program. This program can be downloaded from the following link. Once the program is downloaded, save it to your desktop and double-click on the file called unlocker setup.exe to start the setup program. When the installation program starts, keep pressing the next button until you get to the finish button. Now that the program has been installed, iObit Unlocker will have added a auto-run statement to your registry to start the Unlocker Assistant when Windows starts. This background program stays resident and detects when you try to delete, copy, rename, or move a file that is in use. When it detects one of these operations, it automatically opens up a window in order to assist you in working with the file. An example is shown below. In our example, we are trying to delete a file called ctest-readme.doc. When we try to delete the file, Windows tells us the file is being used by another person or program and that it cannot delete it. It also suggests we close any programs that might be using the file and try again. Well, since we already tried the previous steps, we know this won't work and press OK. To unlock the file, we navigate to the folder ctest, where the file we wish to remove is located. Once we are in that folder, we right-click on it and select the iObit Unlocker option as shown in the image below. When you click on the iObit Unlocker option, the program will start and display the locked file you selected. When it opens, if you receive a prompt asking if you wish to allow the program to run, you can allow it to do so. To unlock the file, simply click on the Unlock button. If it doesn't work, you should try these steps again. But this time select the Force button before clicking the Unlock button. When you select the Force option, iObit Unlocker will terminate the process using the file in order to unlock it. Obviously, make sure you save any documents that this program is currently using before using this feature. If iObit Unlocker is able to unlock the file, it will change its status to unlocked as shown in the image below. You can also use iObit Unlocker to perform an unlock and immediate delete, rename, copy, or move action. To do this, click on the little drop-down arrow next to the Unlock button as shown in the image below. Depending on the option you choose, Unlocker will then ask where you would like copy or move the file or what file name you wish to rename it to. With this information, you now know that living with stubborn files is not your only answer. Before Working with a truly stubborn file was the province of a more experienced computer user. But not anymore. Now, with programs like Unlocker, even a casual or beginning computer user can take back control of the computer and its files. A very common question we see here at Bleeping Computer involves people concerned that there are too many SVCHOST-X processes running on the computer. The confusion typically stems from a lack of knowledge about SVCHOST-X, its purpose, and Windows services in general. This tutorial will clear up this confusion and provide information as to what these processes are and how to find out more. Let's admit it. We have all at one time or another mistakenly deleted a directory or uninstalled a program incorrectly and are now left with entries in the Add, Remove Programs list for programs that no longer exist on our hard drives. When you click on these entries to remove them, Windows complains with an error or nothing happens. For some of the neat freaks out there, this can cause a. In the past, when you needed to resize a partition in Windows, you had to use a third-party utility such as Partition Magic, Disk Director, or open-source utilities such as Gparted and Ranish Partition Manager. These third-party programs, though, are no longer needed when using Windows as it has partition or volume resizing functionality built directly into the Windows Disk Management utility. Some programs provide the ability to add arguments when executing it in order to change a particular behavior or modify how the program operates. As an example, let's look at the command line argument for Firefox called Safe Mode. If you start Firefox with the command line firefox.x safe mode, Firefox will start without any extensions or themes. As you can see, adding a command line argument to the one of the top questions I see on forums is, how do I know if I have been hacked? When something strange occurs on a computer, such as programs shutting down on their own, your mouse moving by itself, or your CD constantly opening and closing on its own, the first thing that people think is that they have been hacked. In the vast majority of cases, there is a non-malicious explanation. VMDR vulnerability management, detection and response, discover, assess, prioritize, and patch critical vulnerabilities in real time and across your global hybrid IT landscape, all from a single solution. Text source: bleepingcomputer.com.